Who wants to come along on a ride of new books? All right, so we're gonna do another book haul, and goodness, I probably should have gotten a little bit more, what's the word, organized for this one. All right, first books that we got, I went back to Half Price Books, and no, actually, I got these online. So we played online roulette again with our books, and this is gonna happen a couple times in this book haul. So we got book 7 of the Malazan series, and Reaper's Gale. And this book looks just like the rest of the books. And then I got book 8 in the mail. It doesn't look anything like the rest. It's kind of sad. But what you gonna do? Maybe someday I'll get the one that looks like all the other ones, because this one, I don't know if you can see it on here, probably won't. I might just edit that out. So we have 2 more books in the Malazan series, which I haven't even started yet. Maybe by the end of the year, hopefully. We'll see. I got so much reading ahead of me. This one is a fun book for me. This probably won't do well in fantasy book 2, but this is Joe Ide's Righteous, which I believe is like the second book that he's written in this. I don't know if you would call them series or not, but I already have the first book. It's called IQ, and this is pretty much like a present day Sherlock Holmes type series, and I really loved the first one. The main character's name is Isaiah Quintabe. I believe that's how you say it, and he's pretty much like a present day Sherlock Holmes. Really enjoyed the first one, can't wait to read the second one. Don't care how well it does. All right, so yet again, internet roulette. I have 3 books already in this little series from Robert Jordan. I've talked about these before, but I got another Conan book by Robert Jordan. Still haven't started these. I've actually listened to a good deal of Robert E. Howard's. Robert E. Howard? Yeah, I believe it's Robert E. Howard's, the actual guy that originally wrote Conan. I've listened to some of his stuff on audio, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought, I love The Wheel of Time. I love Robert Jordan's writing style, and why wouldn't I love a newer version of Conan? And apparently this is the one that one of the Conan movies was based off of. So that's pretty cool. Also, it doesn't really look like the ones I have, but at least it's like the same size of the 3 that I already have. And then I got another one, and so, it's completely different size than all the other ones. But I can't wait to actually start reading like Robert Jordan's version of Conan, now that I've listened to the original, which I really do enjoy. Then, if I know what Garbagist really is, then this is what I bought in kind of anticipation for it. It's supposed to be like garbage books. I don't know exactly what that means yet, but I'll figure it out, I guess. This one is Krull. There is an 80s movie, and I just watched it not too recently. Actually pretty recently, just in like the last month and a half maybe. Because, it was from my childhood, and I thought, well, here it is, free to watch, why don't I watch it? And it was pretty bad. And I'm thinking this book might be just as bad, seeing as how it literally has screenshots from like the actual movie in it. and it's because this book was, I think, written after the movie, based off of the movie. So this is probably garbage, but will be fun. Because, I mean, even though Krull is not a good movie, it was still kind of fun. Then, playing internet roulette again, I got the, I believe, oops. Let me see. Yeah. I got the second book in the Warlord Chronicles, Enemy of God by Bernard Cornwell. And I haven't started that one yet, but I want to. And then I got the third book. And again, this is what I get for buying stuff online. I'm cheap. I'm just, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just, I shoot myself in the foot. But, you know, someday I'll get the smaller version of the third book of Excalibur. And I'm super, super stoked to read these because the first one was amazing. I loved it so much. All right, next book. This is the first physical copy of one of these books that I own now. And that is the fourth book in the Cradle series. And if you've seen my review of the third book, you'll know that I adore this series now. And I hear that it just keeps getting better and better. So Skysworn from Will White, the fourth book in the Cradle series. I cannot wait to get to this one. It'll probably happen way sooner than later because they're such smaller books and they're fast and I love reading them. Story time, everyone. So I went to the public library. It's real close to me. And I was getting some books for my family, myself, and I picked up this book off the shelf. The first book in the Live Ship Traders series by Robin Hobb. And if you'll notice, there's this little marker thing right here. And that means that I handed them the book because it wasn't scanning. And they said, oh, well, this book actually wasn't supposed to go back on the shelf. And they said we were probably just going to get rid of it anyways. Do you want it? And so now I own a very well used, it is not in the best condition. Ooh, it's kind of falling apart, especially right there. But very well loved, obviously, version of this book. And I've heard many, many good things about it. I actually read the Farseer trilogy like probably 15 years ago. And so I'll eventually reread that one. But I've heard so many good things about this lately that I can't wait to jump into this series either. And it's fun to get a free book from your public library when they were thinking about throwing it away. So just got lucky, which is pretty cool. All right, next book is The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. So I was at Barnes & Noble many, many months ago, and it was part of me just trying to fill up my shelves for like my first booktube video ever. And I bought the second book in that series called The Bone Shard Emperor, not knowing that it was the second book. And once I got it home, I realized what I had done, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I eventually like looked back at my shelf and I was like, come on, Nathan, let's get the first book. So I did. I like this. I think it's a very pretty book itself too. I don't know much about this other than it was really lauded for like months on BookTube when I first started watching BookTube, like the whole Bone Shard like series. So I'm actually super excited to get into that one. I'm obviously super excited to get into all the books that I got because why would I get the book otherwise? So maybe I should stop saying that, but I probably won't. All right, next book I got was a book that I read a long time ago, and I've always wanted it, and I always forget to get it. and I finally said, you know what, I'm getting it, and that is The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. I loved this book. I know it's more like middle grade to YA, I think, but this was some of the most fun I've ever had reading a book, and I will definitely reread that book. So, and I love the fact that I have it now. Next book, I got this one purely based off of the cover and how pretty I thought it was. So it's called Hall of Smoke by H.M. Long. And I have really no idea what this is about. A battle-hardened priestess. It sounds cool, at least from what I've read on the back. And I've looked at the ratings, and it's got a decent rating. I'm not exactly sure what it was. It's been a while since I looked that up. I could have probably done a book haul video like weeks ago. So, but I have gained a few new books over the last couple weeks, so it's kind of nice that I waited. I picked up this book online literally because Liam from Liam's Library, I believe that's what his channel is called. If I got that wrong, Liam/Hemvar, I apologize. He's got a really good YouTube channel. I'll try to stick that underneath when I'm talking about this. So he was talking about this book and how he wanted to do like a buddy read this month. I have actually already finished it. It was a super quick read. Also an amazing read. It's like a new school sword and sorcery. So like Conan the Barbarian, but like written today. And Hemvar, I don't want to talk too much because I definitely want to do a review of this, but definitely a really good book. You should check it out. I don't even think I've said the name of it yet. Sometimes Lofty Towers by David C. Smith. Super quick read, like new age sword and sorcery, and it's fantastic. So if you like sword and sorcery stuff, definitely pick that one up. I was able to pick up another Terry Pratchett Discworld book. I believe this is like the third or the fourth one in the series, and I know you don't have to read them in order. I've already said this, but I am a man who must read things in order, even if it doesn't matter. So I'm going to, when I eventually start the Discworld series, which should be soon. I keep saying that about like every series that I've either A, started and need to get to the second one, or B, haven't started at all. Time is the mind killer. Just kidding. Oh, so was at Costco the other day and saw these. It was like the last set of these, and I could not help myself because I've actually read I've read the first book on the other side of this universe, and that would be The Six Crows. And so I got the trilogy of the other side of the universe. Shadow and Bone was based off of it. So it's the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Oh, and when I say based off of it, I mean the Netflix series, which I actually did watch with my wife, and we actually enjoyed that. And this is by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read any of these. Definitely want to read the second book after Six of Crows, which is called Crooked Kingdom. So can't wait to get into those. My bookshelves are filling up fast again. So I just went on a search for this one of the books that I'll be showing you here in a second. And it was like 2 feet in front of me. And that was like a 5-minute search. So that was fun. So this next set of books are actually part of a series, and I'm going to be doing a buddy read. Well, I should be already started on this one, but the first book is Empire of Silence by Chris Rocchio, or Rocchio. I'm not exactly sure how you say his name, and I apologize, but it's the book one of the Sun Eater series. And then I got, and once again, internet roulette, it beats me up. Book 2, and it's a giant paper or hardback with like, obviously it used to be part of a library's copy that I got off of Abe Books, so hopefully that was legit. And then book 3. And there you have it. So eventually I'd like to have them all in these nice, tidy paperbacks, because I like nice little paperbacks. Unless it's a series that I truly love and the hardbacks are gorgeous, then I'll go and try and find all the hardbacks for it. But I still actually really like paperback versions of almost everything. So, and then we're on to our last book that we have gotten over the last couple of months. And that is another gorgeous book, Sandman, Part 1, or Book 1. And this is going to be obviously turned into a Netflix series. That's why they decided to stick that little bad boy on there, even though it's not a sticker. It's just on there, which is disgusting to me, because this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully it's not too glossy and there's not too much light bouncing off of it. And hopefully there's enough light to see it here today. I'm not really using my big lights today. I just hope that you guys could see that. But that's by Neil Gaiman, and super excited to read something like this, because it was comics first and they turned it into a big old compendium type thing, into like a graphic novel. My daughter, Elizabeth, she loves reading graphic novels, and you'll get to meet her soon, hopefully, within one of my other Chilling with My Nomi book videos. So, but she loves reading graphic novels, so I thought, why not try something that she really enjoys? And this is definitely not for kids, though, so can't wait to get them that one either. So I think that's it. I think quite another big book haul, but it has been a few months, and I think my pace will start to go down a little bit, and I'll start to read start to buy things only that I'm going to read. I mean, I'm going to read all of these eventually, but I don't read as fast as a lot of you guys. I wish I could. But I hope you guys enjoyed all of those books, and a little look into what I've been doing lately. And I hope you guys have fun, keep reading, and have a magical day.